Okay, it should be okay now. Let me go over here. All right, so housekeeping stuff. I don't think there will be a lot. Actually, there isn't because this is the last because it's the last session. So, all the previous housekeeping stuff, all the things I have mentioned before, any trigger warnings, anything you're uncomfortable with, just let me know. All of those, still the same, still the same here in this session. Most of all, I want everyone to have fun, and also I'm already starting recording. The art Cal has so generously provided us with a lot of options. We can talk about it after the session itself. And of course, if you have any other suggestions, feel free to also post in the general chat. What else? I think that's it. As for the server itself, I will keep it here. I will keep it. I won't delete this server just because I like, it's just memories for me and I like looking at it, and sometimes I use it as well if I need something as reference. But again, a lot of the things I want to talk is probably something I'll touch on after the session itself anyway. So does anyone need to go to the washroom, get something to eat? Because we're gonna start as usual, as with all the games, with a recap. Does anyone need to go somewhere? No?
Oh,
Okay.
good.
Okay, all good. Alright. In the last session of Penumbra, your party decides to visit the oldest resident of Usod, a centenarian by the name of Yumzana. Although there are gaps in her memory and she is prone to falling asleep even in the middle of talking, Yumzana provides important information to the party regarding not only Elizaveta, but also about her previous spouse as well as certain flora and fauna found in this region. Cindy's spontaneous decision to talk to the surprisingly violent Fluffball yields unexpected results. As it turns out, Anatoly has been hiding up the attic this whole time, protected, it seems, by Nozer, Ursula, and other townspeople. With a good bit of persuasion, Anatoly gives his side of the story, confessing that he would have arguments with his mother, but not to the point that he would consider murder. He claims that his mother already looked like a dried up corpse when he saw her, and that he saw arms and faceless creatures coming out of the paintings and the walls, and he blacked out after. After he was interrogated, he found a chance to run. A foolish move, but the one that he made because he panicked and he knew if they found out about his death, it might be evidence against him. Afterwards, your group collates the information you have gathered. From clues you have found, you open the safe and find a journal with instructions on how to extract pigments from natural sources, as well as a bowl of lapis lazuli. You conclude that it's also worth investigating the bleeding trees. Combining the instruction from the journal with Sini's own experience extracting paint, the party attempt to collect pigments from the bleeding tree. Unfortunately, its natural psychic defense system kicks in, perhaps also blessing in disguise because it prevented a dragon moth from ambushing your group. You make short work of the dragon moth, taking care not to damage the wings as it is the source of the red pigment you are collecting. You sneak back to the dacha where Jonah greets you, informing you that dinner is served. The table is set, plates and cutlery perfectly arranged. A blue flower interspersed with pink ones spill from a squat vase in the center of the table. It is here where we will jump right back in while you guys are having your dinner. So, like I mentioned, your dinner for today is, it seems, goat. So someone came here and gave a goat to be served. Basically, you have goat stroganoff with peeled boiled potatoes, sorry, and baby carrots. So the scent of the goat meat, chevron, is that it? The goat meat, it's mouth-watering. The aroma is filling the whole dining room. Is there anything you guys would like to discuss while you are eating? You guys are all here.
Okay, so far we have the materials for most of the colors that we need to make paint. Blue for the lapis, red for the wing, the momia, and we're missing white from bones, right?
Well, it so happens that it seems that we're having goat today. Do you think Jonah would have the bones?
Is Jonah eating with us?
It seems that Jonah has decided to be outside just by the kitchen. So this is the dining room where you guys are, and this is by the kitchen. And if you go investigate, Jonah is kind of like cleaning up the place. Make it like like after you cook, right? Obviously there will be some sort of like a mess. So you can see that he's just cleaning up the place. And you do see that some parts of your meal, especially like the bones, have been separated. So looks like it's ready to be thrown out though.
We might want to intercept Jonah before he throws out what we need.
Sorry, where is he?
He's just by the kitchen. B.
Okay. Let's go intercept him and ask for some bones.
Right. So you go and intercept him, and he turns to you and looks confused. You need goat bones? Is there
Yes.
any
Goat bones.
He looks at the goat bones and then he looks at you. I see, but these goat bones, do you want me to boil them, or is the dinner not enough?
Oh no, dinner is wonderful. We just want the goat bones for, let's say, a little experiment of our own.
Oh, I see. I thought you wanted bone broth. All right. How many do you need?
Ilari's gonna look at John Clare like, how many do we need?
John Clare's gonna hold a leg at 3 fingers.
Alright. Three would be enough, I suppose.
All right. Jonah just silently hands it to you. Doesn't look questioningly anymore. It just goes back to what he was doing, which was wiping like basically the place so it's neat and not greasy. So now you have goat bone.
Wonderful. That's all of it then, I suppose. But we just haven't made the pigments from lapis and the bones.
Okay, so which one first? You have the momia, which is like a brown black. You have the yellow. You have the red. The red came out as you crush the wings. Like there's something that comes out basically. Some sort of like red liquid sort of material that you managed to collect. So only the blue one, and it's only the one from lapis lazuli and the goat is the one you don't have. Talvio picking.
Okay. So do any of you know how to extract the pigments from these? And Ilari's pointing out the lapis and the bones.
Is it not just as simple as grinding them into dust?
I wouldn't know. I haven't worked with pigments, so if you say so.
You guys do have the journal with you to help you.
Okay. Does it
Yeah,
say
we do.
anything about making?
Okay, which one first? Is it the lapis lazuli or the bones of the goat?
Do the bones first before they start to, I don't know, smell.
Oh, I see. Okay. So this one has a particular sort of instruction. So you do need to crush them. Make sure that they're very finely crushed, that is they're in powder form. That's not going to be the pigment itself. It won't stick. So what you've got to do is you need to take high quality grains of rice, mix it, and then use cold water to kind of like pour out the impurities. And you do this 3 times. And then after cold water, use hot water. And then from the hot water, that's when you get, it will start to thicken. There's something in the goat bone and the quality of the bone of the certain goat in this area that will allow it to have the thick white pigment that you are looking for.
Okay.
And we need high quality rice as well.
All right. If I go and ask Jonah for some rice, do you guys want to start? And John Clare makes sort of like a crushing motion with his fist, like start,
Pounding on
you know,
them.
pounding the.
Breaking on the bones.
Sure.
Alright, be right back then.
So who's going to crush the bones?
Mm, do we have like a, I don't know, mortar and pestle for it or anything to crush it?
You guys don't, but you do recall that in the tower, there were some materials like that.
Ah,
And you,
okay.
and you do recall
Ma-
that
maybe-
Jonas said that sometimes they will prepare as well some pigments. So Jonah has some knowledge of where they should be.
Okay. I think before we start crushing, can we read the lapis lazuli one so we can like grab all the materials at once if we
Yes.
need it?
Yes, of course.
Okay.
For the lapis lazuli, it's almost the same, that you have to grind them as well, but not into like something very fine. As long as you grind them into like smaller rocks, and what you're gonna do basically is you need to make sure that you have a material called mastic and beeswax. So you're gonna mix it there, and you need to make sure that it's there overnight. And
Ah,
once
okay,
and
this one
once yeah and
takes time.
once yeah and once it thickens, it becomes it almost becomes like wax itself. And then from the wax, you go and dip it in water, and what you get from the water is the pure blue pigment from lapis lazuli. So this will take a while, basically. At least a lapis lazuli will.
Okay. I think one shot we'll just ask Jonah for like the list of things that we need so we don't keep going to bother him back and forth.
Okay. He tells you that there's actually like rice in the pantry. As for the gum as well as the beeswax, there should be some in Elizabeth's tower. He's not very keen, on going there. He tries not to go there by himself. He usually goes there only when ordered. So, but since you are a guest of the mistress herself, he just tells you that feel free to grab whatever it is that you guys would need. Yeah, so I'll just assume
Okay.
that you guys have all your materials. Let's just do a little bit of like checks. So who is doing the grinding for the bones of goat?
Seems like Talvia's ready to.
To grind the bones of goat. Is there anyone
With,
who's
yeah,
helping
with a
Talvio?
crowbar.
Is there anyone helping you, or just Talvio?
Okay.
Um,
Is
I'm-
Zinni doing something?
I'm just gonna smack like guidance on Talvio.
Nice. Okay. And where are you doing it? In the dining area? In one of the bedrooms? In the living room? Is there a specific place you were doing it? By the back? You know, under the cover of moonlight?
I think they just like hold out their hand, you know, like for the bones, and then like crouch on the ground and have the crowbar up in the air.
Okay, got it. Roll me your this is strength, just a standard strength one. With guidance slapped on you by Zinni.
What's guidance again? I'm so forgetful.
I believe like
I think it's a D4, right?
Before,
Yeah,
okay.
it's a D4.
Jeez, I got a small brain. Ew, okay, 17.
17. Okay, so with 17,
Nice.
I will say within 20 minutes, you managed to get the white powder kind of texture that you guys are looking for, and you're ready to have it go to the rice, like kind of just like wash it there, kind of mix it with the rice and wash out the impurities as instructed. So I will say the instructions are pretty clear, so there will be no trouble in following that. What about the lapis lazuli rocks? Who is doing the crushing of those? This ones you don't need to crush them into, you know, like dust basically. It should just be like little stones. Who is doing it?
I think Cindy would want to try out. Like she would just
Sure.
watch Talvio do it, and she'd be like, "Oh, me next, me next, me next."
Okay, okay. All right. So you get the bowl of lapis lazuli, and how are you doing this? Are you also copying what Talvio is? You just crouch down and you're just like caveman, caveman mode.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
Okay. Roll me
Um,
yours. Yeah, strength.
Yeah, I'm going to.
The guidance doesn't stack though. Just so you guys know. Ooga booga.
Oh yeah.
No worries.
Just ooga
Oh my
booga
god,
mode.
yes. I got 19, so plus 4. I need to roll a d4. Actually, I'll probably just not bother.
Okay.
I'll do it just.
So with a 19, how do you think Asini is crushing these rocks?
Oh god, I gotta. Okay. She's probably
Oh.
just gonna copy what Talvio's doing. But more maybe like aggressively because she's excited to do it.
Right, but what are you using to crush them? Because Talvio has a crowbar. What are you using? Are you using your bare hands? Do you have anything with you?
I think she'd use her bare hands just
Oh
for
my
fun.
God. Okay, so as you were doing that, like there are some, you know, smudges of blue like on your skin, like just stuck on your skin. But you do manage to get the job done. So Jean-Claire and Hilaria, you're just watching your companions go full caveman mode by the dining table just after you have done your meal. And while you are doing this, like in the middle of them just crushing things in the middle of experiment, Jonah comes in to retrieve the dishes, and he just stands. He's like a man standing by the doorway, clearly like at a loss of what to say. So, you know, while you guys are crushing the bone of the goat, as well as the lapis lazuli rock, Jonah just clears his throat and asks, do you want some evening tea?
Oh,
Huh?
yeah, that would be great, Jonah. Don't worry about the mess. We'll clean up afterwards once we're done.
He just nods and then steps backwards once and then walks away back to the kitchen. Monkey time.
Speechless.
Okay. All right. Like I mentioned, just to kind of expedite things, you do have all your items, all the items ready so that you can extract the pigments. You do have the white one, as well as the. I mean, you managed to get the rice, and you managed to get the beeswax as well as the mastic gum, and you managed to basically have these pans, where you put all these ingredients. So you have where do you want to place them though? Do you want them to be in the dining area, or do you want them to place outside? Do you want them always to be with you? Where do you guys want to place them overnight? Because like I mentioned, the lapis lazuli you will need at least like maybe like 6, 7, 8 hours for them to cool, to kind of like basically harden. Aw, yeah. Tavi gives a kiss on the cheek after they're done.
We should just keep the stuff in our room, I think, so they don't lose it accidentally or
Got it. Okay, perfect.
Yeah, I mean, I have intentions to put up the tiny hut again, so we just keep it inside with us.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Alright.
I think like while Talvio and Sydney are doing the Ooga Booga Caveman strats, I think Jean Claire would be testing out some of the other pigments we've extracted on the tiny canvas. If that's okay.
Oh, okay, yeah, of course. So what is Jean Claire doing again?
Just testing out the pigments, like just doing like a small drawing on the
Okay, got
canvas
it.
that
Yeah,
you took from
yeah.
the tower.
Oh, the one in the canvas itself, huh? Which color are you using?
I think he's trying out the red dragon moth sort of wing.
Okay, got it. So you put kind of do like a stroke, paint a bit on one side of the canvas, and it's a very vivid red color. For a moment, that sensation, the time when you were back in the academy, it floats in your mind. There's like a juggle, there's a jingle, and in this like mind of yours of yes, it does feel good to paint, to visualize something and have it be transmitted on a canvas. And as soon as you have that feeling, you see that this red paint is slowly fading, as if the material of the canvas itself is eating up this material, the paint.
Oh wait,
And
is this the
are you using
blank one
are you
or
using
the
the blank
small
one?
one? No, not that one, not the psychic damage one.
Oh, okay, got
Sorry.
it. I was gonna
Specified.
never mind.
Oh, I
Okay,
thought you were using
retcon.
that too.
I was,
No,
okay.
I think when we were in the tower, Jean Claire took like a
They were blank, man.
small,
Yeah, they're small one, right?
yeah,
Okay,
a
yeah.
small blank canvas.
Yeah, that one's fine. Okay, you tested it. Nothing happens. Thank you for clarifying.
Yeah, I was just wanted to make sure.
Okay. Sorry. I was like,
Maybe
damn,
later,
I was like,
not
damn,
now, though.
Jean Claire, just because you're about to sleep doesn't mean because you're about to long rest doesn't mean Okay, yeah. The paint works.
But it doesn't seem to dry super fast, like
Oh no
Jonah implied.
You where did you paint it? By the tower or inside the tower? Where are you again? Where are you doing this?
We are in, I think, the dining room.
No, it seems like a regular thing. It seems
Okay.
regular to you. Like from your knowledge as an art student, it doesn't seem to be anything out of the ordinary.
Maybe it's the tower that's sussy. Okay.
Okay, anything else you guys would want to do? Because like just for everyone to be on the same page, Jonah would have cleared up the table, would have given you your evening tea, would also be ready to go to bed himself after making sure that the yaks are taken care of. So you do need a time to extract like the pigment from the lapis lazuli more, so you will need to go and do a rest. Of course, if you don't want to rest, that's on you as well.
Shall we go rest? Maybe we can talk a bit before we sleep as well. Consolidate the information that we got.
Yeah, that sounds good. I'm just thinking, is it worth doing a watch if we have Tiny Hut up?
We could. I mean, no harm. Tiny Hut should keep most of the things out. But if things happen, all of us would be asleep. So, like, we can't see anything.
Yeah, that's true. Maybe just for tonight then, it's only one night. We can take turns to do maybe 2 hours watch each until morning.
Sure. Are we going back to sleep in Anatoly's room, everyone?
Might as well, I think.
I guess so. That should be fine.
Alright.
Okay, so
We
yeah.
retreat to the room.
You scoot back. You go back to the room that you were in the night prior, and you kind of clear things out. So there's like room for all of you. You kind of push like the bed to the side, the drawer as well. So there's like more room for the four of you. And Ilari, you set up tiny hut. You guys are you guys doing a watch?
Yeah, let's just do a watch.
Okay, got it. All right. So who's gonna be first to watch? How will you split the watch again?
2 hours or 3 hours each, maybe. If it's around like 10 now, then 10 to 12, and then 12 to 2, then to 4, then to 6.
I'm happy with that.
Okay, got it. All right. So who's first watch?
Jean-Claude will take first watch.
Okay, first watch. Okay, so with first watch, Jean Claire, make me a perception roll.
Traumatized from perception rolls. So the last time we were in a B&B sort of Dacia space, and we saw nothing, and then we got attacked in the middle of the night. Yeah.
Oh.
17.
17. Okay, with a 17, you do hear some footsteps. They're pretty heavy though. So,
Jonah?
do you say that out loud?
I'll poke my head out the door and see if it's Jonah.
Okay. You do see Jonah kind of covering up like the window, and then turns to you. Oh, I'm sorry. Did I disturb your rest?
Oh no, don't worry. I was just finishing off a little painting I was doing. Are you headed to bed now?
Yes. And then he looks at you, and for a moment, you think that he will go back to what he was doing, right? But then he just says, "What sort of painting are you doing?"
Oh, well, we just found some pigments and paint earlier, and I haven't just drawn for sake of it for a while. Just testing out the red paint. Reminds me of a friend's cloak, so I thought I'd draw her.
Oh,
Nothing fancy.
I see. Painting could be invigorating, he says.
Do you like to paint, Jonah?
I'm not very good with colors, but I do like sketching.
Well, sketching in itself is its own art form. You don't have to, specialize in painting. You can have your own niche.
He nods at that and then says, "A lot of colors hurt my eyes if I look at them too much. That's why."
What kind of things do you like to draw?
He thinks about it and he says, "Everything that I see here, the mountains, the trees, sometimes faces of people, but I'm not very good at that. I do know if I need to make a good sketch of a person. I need to look at them closer, observe the details, but people can be scary. As he says this, you can see that he's averting his gaze.
I think Jean-Claire would just nod to that. And say, well, if you want to practice drawing people some more, I wouldn't mind sitting for you to model for a few hours tomorrow. I mean, we don't have much to do before Ganrick gets here.
He blinks and then says, "Oh, no, it's quite all right. I do not mean to impose on anyone. I'm sure that you have your own business. I'm not sure what you will find here. I'm not sure about a lot of things these days. I've always had Mistress guide me."
It's going to be a bit lonely here for you now that she's not here. Have you ever considered leaving the Dacha?
With that, you see like a look of sort of terror kind of like spread across his face, as if the idea itself isn't something he has considered. He says, "This is the only place I know. No, I can't, and there's no one else who would take care of this place. If I'm gone, I've been here all my life. I'm not sure what Payton plans to do, and I'm not sure what will happen once they find Anatoly. But my place is here. I don't know what else to do, or where else to go, if there's even a place for me out there."
Sure, Peyton will take things into consideration.
He nods at that.
Good night, Jonah.
You have a good night as well. And with that, he returns to what he is doing. And I will say, unless there's something else you want to do, Jean-Claire, that's going to be the end of the first watch.
Oh, could I finish off that small painting?
Yes, of
What was
course.
it?
You can
Yeah,
do just that. What are you painting?
Um, I think it's like Carmine, but like the back of her, so what she looks like with her red hood up.
Oh, I see. Okay, just for fun, just maybe like a performance check with advantage, just to see how far you advance in this, sort of painting.
Okay. Oh, I needed that advantage. 6 plus 14.
Oh, okay, 14. 14 is pretty good. I mean, I'll say it's a pretty good one. You have a pretty good feeling about this, and it's been a long time since you've had this sort of feeling. It's not a masterpiece by any means, but I mean, once you start feeling the tiredness kick in, it's about, I'll say, 75-80% done. You worked really fast, at least for your standards, and it's not bad looking as well.
Bedtime, I think. Go wake up whoever's on the next watch.
Okay, who will be on the next watch then?
Larry can take next watch.
All right, so Ilari, make me a perception roll.
Alright. Even if anything happens, I can't move, guys. Not Tiny Hut will go down.
You're in a tiny hut.
Perception. Unnet 20.
Oh, and that's 20. Um, you hear some sort of creaking over to the left side. Over to the side.
Over to which side?
The side over to, because you guys are from here. I'll just say like to the side of where the tower is, where this general area. Hear some sort of sound. It's not too loud, but then it disappears and all is quiet again. What do you wish to do?
How big is my tiny hut? Is it big enough for me to like look out of the door without leaving it? 10-foot radius.
10-foot radius. I'll allow it. You'll just be on the edge though.
Yeah, because I can't leave here. All my friends will be unprotected if it goes down. Can she squint in the direction of the creaking to see what
Yeah,
might have
she
made it?
can. Oh, sorry. What again did you roll?
Unnet 20.
A nat 20, right?
Mm.
Do remind me again? Do shifters have dark vision? I don't think they do. But
Oh,
might be
they
mistaken.
have dark vision from Twilight Cleric anyway, like
oh yeah,
300
yeah,
feet.
right,
I think.
300 feet, right?
Mm.
Okay, got it. Let me just check something. Okay. You don't really see anything, but you could have sworn you heard some sort of sound close to your room.
Oh, coming from which direction?
Still in this direction, but you can't, I will say you feel like it's closer here, but you're not quite sure, even with your dark vision, because you're just like peeking out here, right? So what you can only see is around this area. So you have a bit of a blind spot, if that makes sense. Like even inside these rooms. You're like, at first you feel like it's coming from this direction, and then when you peek out, nothing is here, but you could have sworn you heard something again. But you don't see anything here.
Ilari says to themselves, yes, a ghost walking the halls. Who's the next person on watch? I think they're gonna wake them up early.
I'll probably be next.
Okay, Ilari's gonna go back and poke Sini a little, like, Sini, wake up.
What? Yes. Good morning. Hello.
Yes.
What's going on?
Yes, good morning. I heard something outside our room, but I cannot leave this area. If not, this will go down. And Lari's pointing at Tiny Hut. Do you think you can just help me check it out? What's going on?
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. Do you want me to be like sneaky or?
Oh yeah. I mean, in case there is something outside, I think sneaky will be good.
Okay. And you will see Cindy turn into a little mouse,
Oh, so cute.
and she's
think,
going to.
Yeah, I think Ilari will keep watch over the little mouse by the door, but go forth, Sini Mouse. Go forth.
Okay.
She's gonna scurry
what time is
underneath the
this?
door.
This is 3. This is going to be 10. You're doing 3-hour shifts, right? Okay. So you know what? I'll just say that you get a long rest. Everyone else already has a long rest right now. Cindy, just take off 1 wild shape.
Okay.
And where are you going, Cindy? Move your token. I'm gonna go and shrink down Cindy. Hard. Okay, so you're from here, right? You guys are here.
Yeah.
Okay, move your
She's so
token
itty bitty.
to where you are trying to investigate, Zinni.
Okay, so you said it was just outside the room, right?
Right, yes. DM, you said the sound was like outside
Yeah,
here,
just
right?
outside
or
the
something?
room, but you don't. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Sydney is probably gonna just like go over here and like just peek at the corner. Or if there's like any furniture around, she'll probably scurry underneath that.
Okay. There is some furniture there. Some sort of like kind of like couch, basically. Is that what you're doing? What are you trying to do again?
Yeah, so she's just gonna like try to investigate. So she's just gonna look around to see if there's anybody like puttering about, if it's just Jonah and she doesn't have to worry about it, or it's just something else. So she's
Okay.
gonna just try like dot around.
Okay. And you're a rat, right? Let me just see rat stats.
Rat stats.
Rat stats.
Yeah, either a rat or a wee little mouse.
Oh yeah, rat or mouse. Let me just check like how much they can see, right? Okay, you have dark vision of 30 feet. Okay, that's fine.
Mm.
So it should be like this.
Yeah, she'd as a rat, she'd probably use like keen smell and stuff like that if like she can smell anything that's new, like that's not like Jonah
Oh.
or anything like that.
Okay, okay. You want to use keen smell then? Make me a perception check then with advantage. As a rat.
Okie dokie. As a rat. Alright, so I just roll d20. Do, 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 do.
14. Okay, with your rat nose right now, it's a little difficult considering there's a lot of not really unfamiliar smells, but considering that even as Jonah cleaned up, you do smell like the lingering smell of like the dinner. All right, and you did crush like some bones, like the goat bones, and then you also had like the beeswax. You were doing all sort of experiments, basically. And it's not like you're a rat. You've been a rat your whole life. So even if you turn to a rat, this is still something that you have to get used to. So with your rat, with your scent check, basically, I will say there's nothing really that suspicious to you right now. But obviously, as a rat and wild shape, you know, does last long. You're still free to like move about and investigate more.
She'll probably like head to the dining room and then just scurry through to the pantry and then go to the kitchen. So she's just gonna be like doing like little rounds.
Oh, I see. Okay, so you're gonna go first where?
Probably the dining room.
The dining room. Okay, got it. So you enter the dining room and you see that there is a dark shape that does not seem to be Jonah. It is a more slender figure, a smaller figure, and you see them raising their hands. And then you see them stop. You are also a spellcaster, and this is something that you have done before. Before you know it, this person walks towards you and tries to grab you. What are you doing?
She's gonna try dodge her way out of it and just try scurry back
Okay,
to
got
the
it.
room.
Make me a check, basically. Let me see. Acrobatics check as a rat.
Okay. So it would just be a flat 20.
Yes. I mean,
Alright.
what do you have though? If your acrobatics, right? Do you have any
As a rat?
modifiers? Oh, as a rat. Let me see. Dex, just a dex. Sorry, just a dex. Yeah, because you're a rat.
Yeah, just a flat dex, yeah.
Okay, sorry. Let me
Uh,
just open up something as well and see.
Oh wait, hold on. Yeah, it's just a 0, yeah. I got nothing for the rat.
Yeah,
So that's
yeah.
15.
Yeah, I mean, if you're wild shape, I do believe you get the physical stats, but not the mental ones, right? Okay. Let me just check. Okay. Let me roll. Oh, buddy. Okay. Okay, got it. Okay, unfortunately, they're faster than you and they grip you. Unfortunately, the way they grip you is that you don't see who they are. They manage to, like, using their hands kind of like engulf your whole body. And what can they do? Let me just check. You feel yourself. Okay, so this is what's going to happen, Zinni. You feel, as you are grabbed, you feel yourself being handled in a violent manner, in a forceful manner, and you feel yourself being stuffed into a glass. So that's gonna be an action for them, trying to stuff you on something that seems like a glass jar. What are you doing? You're basically like halfway there.
Vinny is gonna just drop her wild shape.
Okay, so you drop your wild shape, and obviously, you take some sort of damage from the glass.
Mhm.
It's not gonna be a lot. It's just gonna be 2 piercing damage. And
Yes.
as you do that, that is your action, right? Dropping.
Yes.
Or does it take no action? I believe it's a bonus action.
It's I think it's just an action in combat, so it
Right.
should
So
be.
so I will make this
Yeah.
just an action, and because this is not really a combat, basically, what's gonna happen is the person will try to react, and make me what's your passive perception, Zinni?
13.
13. Okay.
Mhm.
With a 13, when you look around, there's no one there.
Okay. Not spooky at all. Cindy's just gonna do. Gonna do. She'll probably light up the room.
Using what?
If I have anything, I don't got anything. Probably with just dancing lights.
Okay, you light up the room with dancing lights.
Yep.
You don't see anything.
She's gonna. God. There was nothing. Okay. She's gonna keep investigating. She's gonna go into the pantry to see if there's anything.
Okay, got it. You gonna go in the pantry?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. There's nothing really that you see here that is suspicious right now once you go into the pantry.
And then she's gonna. There's nothing that catches her eye. She's gonna take to the kitchen.
Okay, you go back to the kitchen. What you notice when you do go back to the kitchen, because you do have dancing lights up, you do see that the room is not really a mess, and while you might not have like the brightest of memory, it was clear that someone has been looking through some stuff here, but kind of obvious now, just because something interrupted them.
All right. So someone was just rifling through everything.
It felt like it, but not in a way that's very obvious that, oh, someone has been here. Look at the tornado of mess that they made. It's
Yeah.
more on the subtle side. Like, you feel like you wouldn't have thought about it if you walked in like the next morning, just saw. But only because you've been here that you kind of think about it. Someone has been here.
All right. She'll probably go back to the group then and just tell Ilari what happened. So she's gonna head back.
Yeah, I think Ilari's gonna frown upon hearing that and say, "Oh, are you hurt? Are you injured?"
No, I mean they tried to grab me, but I just kind of poofed back, being me, and hoping to crush them or something. But they disappeared afterwards.
Did you hear them walk out or anything?
Not that I remember, no. They just poof.
I don't like this. This means that someone is here.
They were looking for something, I think.
Did you see what was disturbed? If anything?
It was just, everything was like, how you walk into a room and then you're like, all right, and then you leave and then you come back and you kind of just see everything move just a little bit to the left.
Oh, all right. Not sure if it's worth it, but do you think I could drop Tiny Hut for a smidge and like walk around with sea invisibility? And then Cindy, maybe you just make sure that no one comes to bother the other two?
Yeah. Happy to do that.
Alright. Yeah, because Tiny Hut is tied to me staying here, but I have stuff I kinda wanna do. So I'm gonna drop Tiny Hut for a while and then I'll come back and recast it later. But I think Larry's gonna cast see invisibility on themselves and just check out the dining area and go from like room to room, just looking out for people.
Nice. Okay, so you have see invisibility on yourself, right?
Yes.
And you have 300 feet of dark vision.
Yes.
Okay, so where are you going? Kindly move your token for me.
Okay. And before anything, Ilara's gonna slap Vigilant Blessing on themselves.
Don't forget.
I remembered. Okay, I think they're gonna go and check out the dining room that Cindy just checked out, since that was where the thing happened.
Okay, so you go into the dining room. You look into the dining room and nothing very unusual. Just like Cindy says, like you wouldn't have felt there's anything unusual here unless it's just something that was moved, that anyone could have done, that someone could have just placed their cup like maybe to the left side instead of the usual right, that sort of thing. It's not something anyone would take note of, but considering the weight of Cindy's words, you are vigilant. You are vigilant. So right now, nothing really strikes you as suspicious in this room, and you don't see anything invisible pinging.
Okay, I think it's just gonna do a general sweep, like a guard cat, going from room to room. So like D, C, B, even looking in the tower for a bit, and then like just doing a whole round of the dacha.
Okay, got it. Um, if you are doing, because you're the person on watch right now who is basically kind of like patrolling, you do notice that the entrance to the tower, the door is like slightly ajar, and you do know that Jonah told you that only he has the key. That's why in the first place that you guys didn't go there.
Okay. I
Mhm.
think first Ilari's gonna go back and tell Cindy that they're going to the tower. If they don't return in like 10 minutes, wake the whole group. And then they're going to go to the tower.
Okay, gonna go to the tower. Okay, move your token, please.
Okay. Maybe not 10 minutes, 5 minutes. A lot of
5
things can
minutes?
happen in
Okay, 5
6 seconds.
minutes. A lot of things can happen in 5 minutes.
It's true. 10 minutes is too long. Alright, they're going to the tower.
Okay, got it. So you go into the tower, and what do happens is when you see invisibility, there is something that pings. There is some sort of figure that pings. Can you read to me again what see invisibility tells you? Just like how do you see the feature of whatever it is? Just to make sure.
For the duration, you see invisible creatures and objects as if they were visible, and you can see into the ethereal plane. Ethereal creatures and objects appear ghostly and translucent. Just only
Oh.
ethereal.
Okay, got it. So also the ethereal plane for some reason. Now that you have see invisibility here, kind of just like going off for you. What happens is the moment you walk into the tower, it feels like you walk into. You know how you walk into this waterfall and there's a sort of ripple, and when you look at the walls of this tower, there seems to be some sort of like shape that's kind of like spreading and shrinking. There seems to be some like sharp golden light that emanates from a place beyond your vision. And you're kind of like, is that the ethereal plane? But you're not so sure. But before you could focus your eyes on that, you do see on one corner of this tower is a familiar figure of a figure that you've talked to, but perhaps you should have talked to them more. It is someone you have seen all the way back at Ikidgrad, someone who could have been with you, with your party, but chose not to. It is the elf Dunyazad.
Oh. Is she under invisibility or?
I mean, you are using see invisibility, so as a spellcaster, I would say that the way that kind of like the air is rippling around this person, the way that you're kind of sensitive as well to like a magical energy as a spellcaster. You get the feeling that this person is under invisibility and it's just like watching you warily. You're under the impression that she's not sure if you see her just yet, because she is
Okay.
invisible. But when you cast the invisibility, it's not like you have this glow, right? If that makes sense. I can give you this considering you're a high wisdom character and you're a spellcaster. So I think it's something that was also drilled into you, especially in the war. Like this counters this. Like if this is a stealth, if you use magic, there are certainly like counters for this. This is something that you would have known.
Okay.
Okay.
I
So
think
how
what
are you?
Ilari.
Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, I think what. Sorry. I think what Ilari's gonna do is that they're gonna look into the tower, do a sweep, and then pretend they didn't see her,
Okay, got it.
and then walk out and. Yes.
So sorry, go ahead.
Make a.
mhm.
Yes. Sorry. Make a witch check.
Okay. I was gonna say deception check, but if there's anything else you would want to do well in the tower, you can certainly do it. I'm sorry, Kai.
Oh no. Yeah, I think it just ends with like Larry walking out and closing the door shut behind them.
Okay, make me a deception check.
All right. Not bad. 17.
17. Okay, I need her to do an insight. And she has pretty good insight. Okay. Alright, so you close the door. What are you going to be doing next?
Power walking straight to Cine. Yeah, while listening if the door opens behind, but power walking to Cine and saying, well, seems that your attacker might be an old acquaintance of ours, Dunyazad. She's in the tower right now. I think it's good if we corner her there to find out what's going on. Shall we wake the two?
Yes, let's wake them.
Okay.
Sydney's just
We
gonna shake Talvia awake.
shake John Clare awake, dislodging the eye mask.
Ow! What are you doing? So, is there an
Alright.
emergency?
Yes.
Talvia shoots up with her crowbar.
Yeah, I saw Dunyazad in the tower. She's under invisibility. I pretended I didn't see her, but I don't know if she, believed me. But I think it's good if we all head there now.
Dunyazad?
Yes, Dunyazad. Think she attacked Cine here.
God, who's that again? Sorry, I'm not awake. Give me 5 seconds to like wake up, and I'll be right with you.
Okay.
One,
Ilari's not gonna wait for the group. I think they're kind of scared that Dunyazad will escape, so they will nod to them and power walk back to the tower and wait by the door. Does the tower have any like windows or anything?
No, not at all. It doesn't have any. It's
Okay,
just
when-
like a stone structure.
Okay. Is the group awake?
I think like Jean Claire would actually be taking like a short moment to get ready, like putting on like hat, grabbing like staff. Oh wait, we should probably not leave the blank canvas in here. Wait, grab that as well. I don't know if Cindy and Tavia will follow Ilari a bit faster.
Cindy is gonna follow Larry, but she's also gonna just keep counting. She's gonna just be like 2.5, 3.
I'm awake. You stop now.
Okay. Telville?
Yeah, Talvia will follow behind Cindy.
Okay.
Yeah, I think Ilari's not gonna wait very long. Just alert and then back to the tower.
Okay, got it.
Okay.
And you were keeping watch in case someone exits the tower, right? You're keeping watch for that.
Yep.
Okay, got it. Okay. So what are you guys doing now? Are you opening the door or what's happening here?
Yeah, Larry wants to open the door, honestly. I mean, they know that she's in there.
So
Thing is, none of the rest of us can see invisibility, so it has to be you.
Yeah, that's why. Ilari's gonna open the door.
Okay, you open the door and you check. You don't see anything. You don't
Oh,
see
damn,
anything
she disappeared.
invisible. But make me a perception roll.
She noticed. 21.
21?
Mm.
Oh. Okay. So with a 21, how do I say this? You try to think of it logically, right? Invisibility doesn't with invisibility, you have see invisibility. So obviously, if the invisibility, you can't see anything invisible right now. That means whoever that, well, that mean Dunyazad must have dropped it at one point, which means she should be visible by now. But you don't
Mm.
see her when you look at this tower. You kind of look up as well, just to be sure you don't see anyone like hanging on the ceiling like spiders, like on the ceiling, kind of just trying to scare you and just like drop on you, because that happened as well before. Um,
Mm.
just like back in the days, that happened. Like people just crawling in and doing some stealth assassination missions. Um, there's no window, so there's no way she could have also, just disappeared. Could have used any sort of magic, because you do know there is some sort of magic, maybe like Misty Step and all sorts. That as long as you have sight, you are able to bamf out there. You know that you have closed the door. So if you ever manage to, if she does escape, you would have heard it, just because you're more vigilant. It's possible that she could have been very, very, sneaky, but you're confident in your skills. You doubt it. So
Okay.
make me an intelligence check, and depending on what you roll, I'll tell you what you next conclude.
Okay. Oh, not bad, not bad. But -1. 16.
Oh, okay. All right. My base was a 15. So with a 16,
Phew.
with a 16, you remember what Cindy did. What did Cindy
Cindy
do
did.
to investigate?
Oh, shifted. Okay. I think first of all, Larry's gonna peek their head out and tell the group. I think she might have done what our friend Cindy here did, and they make a miming motion to shrinking down. Should we have a look?
Yes. Also, Ilari, as you share this information to the group, the rest of you, because all of you are spellcasters, you do know that the wizards are not the only ones who can, shift their kind of shape, basically.
Can we have a look around the room? We can go in, close the door, and then start looking.
Okay, where are you guys looking? Which one?
It's the tower, right?
Ah, yeah, the tower.
Okay. Are there any like places that something looks like it could be hiding in, like a rat or something small?
Make me an investigation check.
Okay.
Who else is in the tower?
my-
Can you place your tokens for me so I know who is where? Okay.
I dropped my dice.
You guys are inside, right?
While Alari is looking in the tower, Sini's gonna maybe like step out and like maybe poke into, that's Jonah's room there, yeah, the E room.
Mm-hmm.
I remember. Yeah, I think she's gonna just kind of like poke in, like just to see if like there's anything in Jonah's room, just in case like she is trying anything with Jonah or anything like that.
Got it. Okay. You poke in and Jonah is just asleep. Just sleeping as dead. It's like as dead as a log. That's what you see.
Okay.
There's nothing
Sin
else
is,
suspicious, but you don't really know what you're up against.
Hmm. Sini might drop a detect magic then.
All right. Can you paste the detect magic text here?
Yay. Let me just do the flavor text.
Yes, please. Thank you.
Oh, good.
You can sense if you sense magic in this way, you can use your action to see faint aura of any visible creature or object in the air that bears magic, and you learn School of Magic, if any. Okay. Spell can penetrate most barriers with black with 1 foot of stone, 1 inch of common metal, a thin sheet of lead, and 3 feet. Okay, blocked by 1 foot of stone. Okay, and you are inside. Where are you again, Cindy?
I'm just gonna be at Jonah's door, so I'm just gonna be like here.
Oh, okay. You're there. And let me see, within 30 feet of you. 30 feet, 30 feet, 30 feet, 30 feet. Nope, you don't detect anything right now.
Okay. Cool. Alright, Cindy is just gonna close the door back on Jonah and join Alari back in the tower then.
Okay,
Doo-doo-doo.
got it. So you are doing just that. And let's see. Who has the Jean-Claire, are you still in the room?
Oh, I don't think he's come up yet. One sec. I think he'll shove the blank canvas like under the bed mattress,
Mm-hmm.
just to hide it, and then like sort of clomp up the stairs to the tower. Like, all right. Did you find her?
Not yet.
Are you sure she's in here?
I shut the door, so and Ilari's gonna like whisper a bit to Jean-Claire. I think she might have shifted into something.
I mean, like Cindy?
Mm-hmm. Let me search.
How small is like Cindy? How small can you go?
Oh,
Like-
I can go pretty small.
Like a bug? We're not gonna find her if she's a bug.
Yeah. Like once I shifted into like a pill bug and my mother couldn't even find me for like the entire hour. It was very funny.
I'm sure it was.
Hmm.
I don't fancy
Well-
spending the whole night like looking for a pill bug. I think Jean-Claire's just gonna like straighten up and shout out to the whole room. All right, Dunyazad, we know you're in here somewhere, and it's hella suspicious that you are. This is a chance to show yourself and explain yourself. Otherwise, it's looking pretty more suspicious by the second that you're breaking and entering.
Okay, is that an intimidation check?
That is a persuasion check, I think.
Persuasion? Okay, persuasion with disadvantage then.
All right. That's 17 with disadvantage.
17 with disadvantage. Okay. So with a 17 with disadvantage, you hear the door open from where you guys are. And out comes a familiar figure, their face sort of like hidden by a veil. And it is Dunyazad carrying the canvas with them. They're wearing an inscrutable smile, and they turn to look at you.
I mean, I should have hidden it better. Okay, sorry guys, I think under the mattress might have been a bit too obvious.
Oh no, you did quite well. I didn't expect that you have such abilities, but I should have known considering you are also candidates for being a successor. Well then, I suppose the cat's out in the bag. And you probably have questions of your own. I will gladly turn myself in for any questioning by any authorities, but... And then this is where she goes and has a hand out for you guys. Basically, she's just like almost like reaching for you and just says, "You guys came here. You could have chosen not to. It's because you're curious, right? You want to know what happened. What if I tell you what I know if you help me with one little thing?"
And what would that be?
She turns her gaze on the clothed canvas that she is cradling. "I need to know the secret of this canvas. I believe this may be the Zordo painting Penumbra. Although the last I've seen it, it was only a white, it was only a blank canvas, nothing on it. I asked Elizabeth about it, and all her life she has been researching for ways to uncover the secrets of this object, of this treasure, of something as one of a kind as this, as something that can be called living, but recently she seems to have lost her zealousness, her vigor. I think she may have found something, and I want to know it too. That's all I ask." And it seems
Why
that...
is this important to you?
Why is this important to me? She smiles. "I suppose you can call it a calling. I am, after all, a descendant of Zordo. I may not have the eyes of Verity, but I feel there's a connection to me." And she approaches you guys closer.
I don't understand why all this secrecy then. You were one of her successors. You are her most notable successor. You could have easily come in here with a perfectly legal claim instead of coming through the window like a thief in the night.
She smiles and says, "Because those successors that she named, that she put on her will, it was a will that she made about just a year ago or so, and she was going to have to change it. Even though I am considered a successor, the truth is, she says that whatever secret will be revealed to a true successor. And I tried it. And I tried. And the secrets won't reveal itself to me. And Elizaveta won't tell me anything." She pauses. "Well, I'm giving a lot away. I'm pretty good when it comes to tricking people. But I do promise that if you do help me this time, I will tell you what happened exactly the night Elizaveta died. Now, why go through all this trouble? It's because I am not a successor, and one of you guys might be. And alerting any one of you could have hindered some things. It's possible you may not have wanted to go here. It's important to keep a sense of mystery, right? A beloved mentor passing away just like that would have you coming to look and investigate. I suppose Elizaveta was right. There are shards of her in each of us. Although I can't claim to know any of you." That's what she said. and then she will place like the canvas, kind of like uncover it, kind of place it on the floor, and says, Sydney, do you have the pigments with you?
Well, before we do anything, just one question. So, did you kill Elizabeth though?
She smiles and says, I'll tell you once we're done with what I want to see. There's something that needs to be done first, and I can't do it alone.
Alright, but have you
Oh.
considered what if it doesn't work for any of us?
Then I'll turn
Maybe
myself
it's just
in. If it doesn't work for any of us, well, it's the four of you against me. And, while I do have my resources, I thought about it, and eventually, the people in Foray are not stupid. They're bound to catch me. If not you guys, someone will investigate. I just need to know something. I just need to see it with my own eyes. Elizaveta wouldn't tell me.
listen, Dunyazad, I know you think that there's some great big secret that's inside this blank painting, but we already tried putting pigment on it, and look, Talvio put something on it, and it dealt them like a tremendous amount of damage. So isn't it a bit risky to do whatever it is you planning on doing? Is it
She
worth
smiles,
your
and
life?
it is. For the knowledge that I will gain. For the satisfaction. And I've gone too far anyway. I've studied and went here. Got to my place. Got my position. Just so I can finally get close to something that is a living flesh. Those are Zordo's paintings. My ancestors' paintings. The true masterpieces. They're sentient. But they've all-
Sentient? In what manner?
They're imbued with a soul. At least that's what I was told by my grandfather and my grandfather's grandfather. You see, for Zordo, the colors are not just the colors. They're made up of waves that Zordo can see. And Zordo was able to use magic to weave something into the canvas. And maybe he may have dabbled with something profane and unspeakable, dropping something, a creature, possibly divine, possibly eldritch. And now that this world seems to be opening up with this talk of ley lines and dungeons, it seems that there's an awakening of these things. From my line of work, I've heard all those, and I don't have time to lose. I could make a great discovery or rediscovery, although I don't aim to be someone famous. Like I mentioned, it's just something that has been passed down, a story I felt that it should be my legacy. I thought Elizaveta would understand.
Is that why you killed her then? Because she couldn't understand why this was so important to you?
I didn't mean to kill her. I have no intention of killing anyone. I have no intention of fighting all of you. We disagreed,
I
but
assume you have a backup plan if we don't agree to help you.
I'll just do it myself. I guess what I should have done the first time. And you can all just watch. Now, where are the pigments?
I think Jean Claire's gonna make eye contact with Ilari and Talvia, who's standing in front of Cinny, and sort of make an eye twitch.
Mm. Yeah, understand that this is also a great risk to us. We already experienced damage from this painting one time. So, what do you think might happen if we put the pigments to the canvas?
There's some ecstatic, exalted look in her eye. Something marvelous. Something out of this world. Something Zordo saw. A vision that we will get to share.
If she says she's going to do it anyway, you see Jean Claire roll his eyes. If she doesn't believe that telling her it's dangerous.
Well, I do admit to a bit of curiosity about the Zoda painting myself, but not enough to put myself at risk. But Dunyazad, so basically, if we go through with this and everyone comes out alive, you turn yourself in?
I'll turn myself in, and then I will gladly reveal all my secrets.
Squinting. Can I just do an insight check?
Inside check? Yes, please do
Yeah.
make me an inside check. Anyone is free to do that.
Ooh. Net 20.
Nat
Plus
20.
6.
How do I say this? You feel like Dunyazad is being honest that there was regret at one point at what happened when they mentioned Elizaveta. But you do think that you know how it is when you go off the edge. Like this is something that they're determined to do anyway. You kind of feel that at one point it wasn't. Kind of feel at one point they're still kind of sane, but because of what happened to Elizaveta, they decided this is like the only chance they will get.
Okay. Hey, Larry would sigh and say, I think you're consumed by something I will never understand, but all I want to do is conclude this investigation and get on with my life, if I'm being honest.
Fair enough. I don't expect anyone to. And then she just goes
Okay.
in the living room, just goes and kneels and has like the canvas there.
Okay. I think Larry's gonna look at the rest of the group. Like, as you said, if we don't do this, she might do it herself, and things might happen.
Oh. I've seen a Zerdu painting before, and I kind of get why she wants to see if that canvas is the real painting. It
Hmm.
does change something in you when you see it, but is it worth it? I don't know. It's you saw what it did to Salvio. It's who knows if the painting is what killed Elizaveta as well.
I think if Larry's going to say something very heartless, I'd say, then look over at Lunizard, look back at Jonkla and say, then we make her do it since she wants to see it.
I think she's completely in her right mind.
I mean, I can't understand the desire for a painting that much, but I do understand drive. And if she's willing to go through with something as, well, drastic as killing her own mentor, she probably has the resolve to go through with whatever is gonna happen next.
Well, there's equal possibility that absolutely nothing will happen, and she'll turn herself in, which I guess is what we want. Alright, I'll go get the paint. And he just
Alright.
walks out to the room.
I think in the meantime, Ilari's gonna scribble like a note to Jonah saying
Who's
like
sleeping.
yeah, not gonna wake him, but like, oh, if the party mysteriously vanishes from the data without telling him, we probably got by Dunyazad. Please inform please inform Peyton. And just slide it under his door.
So funny.
We got. Yeah, another page explaining what we got means, saying like we got canvas, we put pigments to it. Yeah, we got by the Zodo painting. Slides that one under too.
Okay, I can't find like a good. I'll just use this one. I'll just use this. As a canvas. Okay, I would say that the lapis lazuli is not perfect, but it will do. You managed to get something that is passable. Just to, for everyone's sake, like you have all the pigment that you need. You just need to mix them so you could have also the secondary colors. Okay, where are you guys, by the way? Dunyazad will be here, but please have your tokens. Move your tokens.
I think Jean-Claude will come back with the pigments in one hand, and then the other painting that he did, like tucked away in pocket.
Got it. Okay, let me just check. Let me just check something. Okay, you can see her. You see her place her hand on her chest, and she mutters something. And Ilari, as also a cleric, you can tell that she casts bless on herself. So what she's gonna do is she's gonna have all the all the pigments with her, and she's gonna start with red, and then yellow, and then blue, and you see her stop. Her hands start to shake, and then she smiles. She continues orange, green, violet, stops again, arm shaking. Everyone make me a perception check.
She's dying.
Nat 1 for 3.
That one. Talvia doesn't care.
Yeah, she's pretty distracted right now.
Okay. 22. Cindy. Oh, okay. Cindy and Larry. So everyone actually except for Talvio, you do notice that her nose is starting to bleed. And then she continues black. And then the last one, the one from the goat. You wait for a while. And you can see from this moment of excitement on Dunyazad's face. Now, for you guys who got, all of you guys except for Talvio, you notice that she's now displaying a complex and sort of naked extremity of emotion. Some sort of ecstasy. There's some sort of like despair mixing in.
Oh,
What do you see?
Nothing. It's supposed
Well,
to
I
show
did
me
warn you.
something. It's supposed to show me something. This isn't right. Is it because it's me? It's supposed to be someone else? And what she will do is, who's the nearest next to her?
I
Larry?
think Hilary, honestly.
Okay, she will go crazed eyes. She will go and grab Ilari's arm and go, "You
Can I?
paint
Mm, painting's not
red
my
one."
forte.
It shouldn't be like this.
Hmm.
It shouldn't be like
Okay,
this.
if stupid move. If I do take the paintbrush from her and I don't know, just touch it to the canvas as someone who's never done this in their life,
Okay.
does anything happen?
All right. So before you actually go and touch the canvas, Dunyazad goes and with her bare hands try to cast a spell on the canvas. And as she does that, Ilari, you will notice the most as well, as you were a cleric. She's trying to cast a very destructive sort of spell that you don't really use on an object, you actually use on the person. But you can tell that this person is Dunyazad seems to be on the verge of panic. And as Dunyazad cast this, you almost have the paintbrush like touching the canvas. Something surges out from the canvas. All the paint that was in there, it starts to bleed into the whole canvas, starts to bleed all over the floor. Something surges out. Something is surging out, blinding and bleeding and thick. And it's hard to focus on it. It's hard to switch from sight. Hard to focus on anything. As you see some sort of color. You're not even sure what it is. You see something pulsating going to cover Dunyazad's arm. And you see her eyes go wide. And she smiles as this is happening. All of you are close by. You see, what is this? There is some sort of buzzing sound intensifying. You guys were not prepared for this. You were thinking, yes, she's crazy. Yes, this might be some sort of ritual, but you know, we're not the one taking part of it. So we'll just let her do this, and after that, we'll just go and surrender her to the authorities. But now there seems to be some sort of heartbeat that seems to be echoing and becoming louder. You can see that the colors themselves seems to be forming some sort of words. It's starting to stretch out. Everything around you is starting to stretch out. And you feel like you're not even seeing reality anymore. There's a sort of sharpness. There's some sort of brightness spewing out of all of you. Some sort of color that is coalescing. And what is happening here is that there is something that is drilling into your mind, and you can't even comprehend or even actually understand what is happening. You don't even seem to recognize the people like next to you. All they are these blurry shape and figures that are sort of stretching and being disfigured. Everyone, make me a wisdom saving throw. Okay, well, what were your wisdom saving throws? 11, 16, 11, 6, 7? Okay, so Talvio does not see this. So, well, I mean, okay, sorry. So, all of you guys, as you are trying to make sense of what is happening, it seems that the canvas is growing larger and larger. And suddenly, there's a lot of color, and now it's just white. Just pure, bright white. And then it starts to shrink and shrink again. And you find yourself in some sort of this kind of moment where you're just like floating. You feel as if your body is floating, but you can't control your body. You're just observers. And you notice that there is a woman standing. Her back, you can only see her back. But she seems to be a familiar figure. And there it is, a canvas in white, something black in the middle. And you can see from the black, there seems to be some other fainter kind of shadow behind, trying to separate itself from it. You guys can't do anything. But you do see, for all of you, except Talvio, you do see some sort of eye staring at you. And you do hear... Oh. You do hear a voice that sounds strangely like Elizaveta. This part I will do alone. leaving them behind. Don't follow. I'm well beyond now. I'm well beyond you now and traveling very fast. And the eye blinks, disappears. And now you can see that the sort of secondary shadow kind of like separating itself. And from where you are, from where all of you guys are, it's as if you are being sucked. So you feel like you are like floating, right? It seems like you're spiraling and you're kind of like draining into where the secondary shadow is. And you can hear as well Dunyazad's voice. Very strained. Elizabeth, I didn't mean to. Where are you? As this is happening, the senses start returning to all of you. But you guys are not where you feel you should be. And I will transfer you to the smallest map ever.
Small.
Oh my god.
Oh. Fire.
Okay. As you guys come into consciousness, you notice that you are not in the dacha anymore, nor are you in that weird sort of liminal space. You don't know what you just saw, but you don't see anyone else around you. Cindy, you do see Talvio next to you, but there seems to be some sort of wall of force that is separating the two of you. You don't know what is happening, but in front of you there is some sort of wall of fire that you know is dangerous. So right now all around you there's some sort of kind of like invisible wall of force that's keeping you, that's sort of like that will remind you of a maze. This is for everyone because I want to believe that everyone is investigating once they sort of regain consciousness. There's some sort of like wall of force that forces you to walk in a certain path. When someone does anyone say anything?
Yeah, I think Jean-Claire would shout out everyone's names.
Okay.
Like, Cindy, Hilary, Talvio,
Okay, so
Dunyazad.
Jean-Claire, when you do shout out everyone's names, everyone you do hear it, but like as a whisper in your voice.
Wait, in your voice, like your own voice, or?
Sorry. It's just like a whisper in your ear. I apologize. So you hear their voice, but just like a whisper. So you do hear them. But you cannot see them except for Cindy and Talvio. You do see each other, but you there's something blocking you.
Oh. Jean-Claire, I can hear you, but I can't see you or anybody else. What's around you right now?
Just lots of like I think he'd like slam a fist into the wall in front of him and then go, yeah, that's an invisible wall. What do you see?
Larry's gonna tap the wall before them, like, same.
Okay. So with that, just for everyone's clarification as well, if you guys wish to move, you can do that by order, by turn. I will let you guys decide what order you want to move, but each time you move, it's just going to be 2 spaces. And you cannot move diagonally. And because of the nature of this patting maze puzzle, I cannot tell you anymore unless you guys move unless you guys go somewhere. So you'll have to investigate a little bit more, and then I'll give you more clues. So just tell me what will be your order, and then we'll proceed from there.
Do we hear Tavio and Cindy at all?
Yes, you do hear everyone actually, but just as a whisper.
I think Talvio would try to move first.
Okay, so move your token.
So just move it up one,
It's
or
you can't move here, unfortunately, in this side. Sorry, I can't. Where's my? You can't move
No, you're good.
here.
okay. Wait, can I move? Oh shit. Oh wait, she can't move. She can move forward, but not like diagonally.
You can't move diagonally.
Okay, so like, is that the good?
That's okay.
Okay. Sorry, I'm just checking.
No, you're fine. You're fine. You do know that you can't move forward because there's some sort of flame wall that is blocking your path.
Okay. I think she's just like testing what's happening right now, so I don't think she would move again.
Okay, got it. So Talvio first, and then who's gonna be up next?
Cindy would probably follow, seeing that Talvio could move. She's probably also gonna try step forward.
Okay, you step forward. Okay, move your token, please. And then you have one more movement. Where do you want to move?
She'll probably.
You only have one direction, to be honest, though.
Yeah. She's probably just gonna see if she can move
Okay, got it.
just one step further. Yeah.
No, it's fine. Like I mentioned, this puzzle could be tricky because you need to move before I can tell you anything more. Okay. Once you do, what you do notice is that okay, Sydney, when you move, there seems to be some sort of trail of a purplish kind of wisp that follows you. Okay, who's gonna be up next?
Larry can move next.
Okay,
I don't
Larry?
think they see anyone, so they're probably just gonna walk forward.
Okay, got it. Okay, so
Two squares, is it?
okay.
Is this two or one more?
That is. You can move one more.
Okay. Yeah, simply walking. I really don't think they see anyone. Do they see the fire?
You don't see the fire from where you are right now.
Okay, they're just walking.
Okay, got it. So next up is gonna be Jean Claire.
Okay. Actually, if we look up, do we see anything? Is it like a full room situation, or is
When-
there no
When
ceiling?
you do look up, you do see some sort of sky, but you also see something sort of like circular, not the sun, some sort of like circular disc. So it's just like a circular disc in the center, and then the sky kind of like peeking out.
Okay. I think they would just move forward as well. 2 squares with it.
Okay. 2 squares so you can move there. Okay. Got it. And then you could move here as well, because this is square. I'll just move Talvio and Cindy, because I think they would have moved here. Unless Talvio would want to stay here.
I was muted. Sorry. She would see that Cindy moved, and they would move like with her.
Yeah, okay. So I'll just keep it like that. Just so okay. Next up is gonna be Talvio again.
Okay, so they'll move another step forward,
Mm-hmm.
and then they can move again, like to this right here, right?
Yeah,
Okay. So, yep, that's them.
got it. Next up is gonna be Cindy. Okay,
Okay, I'm just gonna move there. Yeah.
got it. Okay. Next up is gonna be Ilari.
Oh, okay. As they're walking, they can see the trail behind them, can they?
Yeah, you can still see the trail behind you.
Oh, can they like just inspect like what is it exactly?
You go and inspect. It seems to be some sort of wisp of smoke. Basically, it's when you try to touch it, it doesn't do you any harm, and in fact, it seems to be coming like from your body in a strange way.
Okay. I think they are just simply gonna keep walking forward. There's nothing to turn.
Yep.
1, 2.
Oh, sorry. Okay, got it. As you walk, as you go here, you see that there are actually something glowing on the ground, like next to you. One that is kind of like green, sort of green. There seems to be some sort of wisp as well from the ground, and the one that is sort of like maybe like a pale bluish color. You're not quite sure.
And it looks like the wisp that's coming from Hilary.
Yes, just in a different color.
Oh, I think they're gonna put their hand to the wisp and just like
The green one?
flapping it to see if it just fails. Yep.
No, it doesn't. Actually, it goes, and as you try to move your hand on this one, the force kind of like slams you. Like you don't take any damage. You kind of feel like you can't enter the space.
Oh, okay.
Okay, next up after Ilari is going to be Jean Claire.
I think John Clare would have just kept walking in a straight line.
Ah, okay, so you try to walk on the straight line, but something here like a black wisp blocks you.
Damn. Okay. You all hear like a muffled thump as John Clare walks into a glass wall. Okay. I've found this black glowing thing. Can anyone else see something similar?
Black.
I can't seem to
glowing
reach
thing?
it. Yeah, it's like an orb.
Oh. Ilari's gonna look behind them like, well, I'm not sure if it's happening for you, but as I walk, I seem to be leaking this sort of grey mist thing.
Yeah, it's
Black mist thing.
not black for me, but I've got one as well.
Wait, what color is yours?
It's like hay colored.
Like
Hay
pea?
colored.
Hay, like dried grass.
Ilari's gonna look at the blob on their right or left. Is that their left? I think their left. Like, that's funny. I have a blob beside me that kind of looks hay/pea colored.
Sorry, you're real quiet. What did you say?
Yeah, you heard me. Anyway, Sydney and Talbot, do you guys have colors behind you as well?
Well, I have a purple color following behind me.
Talvia will say, "Me color. Me color mist."
Such a caveman sentence. Yeah,
Color like me. Okay,
kind of like me.
is
It's
there
just like me for real.
This is like you for real. Jean Claire, it is still your turn. Where do you wish to go?
Oh yeah, because I walked forward and I couldn't, right?
Right,
I guess I go left or up in this case.
Yep. Okay, so that's one.
Oh, Talvia, I've just found it's like light blue. I think this one's matches yours.
Talvio makes a face to themselves, and she's like, "Purple, more purple." I don't know why she's talking like this.
More purple.
Sure, purple. I can't grab it either, so not sure what's going on here. I'm gonna try and keep walking. What happens if I try to go right?
You can go right.
I can't.
Yep.
Okay. I'm just gonna look at the blobs.
Okay.
There we go.
It's the blobs. Okay, so that is Jean Claire's turn. I believe it's up. It's Talvio's turn again, right?
Oh heck yeah! Okay,
move.
so 2.
Okay, two. So you're over here. So you can see Jean Claire where you are right now, but there's kind of like a wall of force, basically, some sort of invisible wall, so you can't reach out to them.
Talvio awkwardly sticks up a hand, like kind of like a wave, but she doesn't move it.
Okay. Next up is going to be Cinny. Where are you moving?
I'm just gonna move forward again, just the 2 spaces.
Okay, got it.
Yo. I'm so happy that this type of puzzle is in this game.
Sorry for the small map. Yeah, so there you
No, I
are.
recognized it immediately. I love it.
Okay, next up is going to be Ilari again.
Okay. I feel like Ilari strides forward one step, sees Jean Claire, like, hey.
You see Jean Claire,
Drunk
but
intense.
yeah, you can't move any more forward.
To me, the player is like, damn, can we not walk through our own colors? But Ilari probably doesn't know.
You're not sure?
Yeah. I see John Clare's like this trail, yellow color trail behind them,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Can Ilari try to move forward and do it? This side?
It repels you again.
Oh, brother, we are making blockages for each other all around. I think Ilari's gonna look at John Claire. I don't think they can see Talvio.
You can't see
And they say-
Talvio right now from where you are.
Yeah, and then they're gonna say, "All right, nice to see you. Here's what I've got so far. When I walk, there's this black trail behind me. I can't walk into a space that has that color." And Ilari is pointing at the trail behind John Claire. And I can't walk into this space either, pointing at the purple beside them.
The purple.
Purple.
I can see. Can I see Talvio actually?
You can see Talvio.
I can see Talvio on this side, and there's another black orb thing on my other side. Why did you say my color one was.
Ilari's gonna point to like diagonally behind them, like it's over here. Your color is here, and Telvio's one is here.
Okay. Well, maybe if I'm gonna take a step back and see what happens. Maybe you can walk through it if I'm not standing here. If I go back one, does anything happen? Does it let me?
It does. It's gonna be and wait. Because I want it to be like in a manner where we can all follow. So you can do that, but that means that Ilari won't get to move right now. Is it okay?
Let
Um,
Larry
Because this is
do
yeah.
do the thing first then.
Do you want to move elsewhere, Larry, first?
I have one more space to move.
You can stay if
All
you
right,
want.
how about I try moving forward and seeing like if anything changes.
Okay.
Okay.
Move your token.
True. Moving backwards. Sorry. So if I move back here,
Okay, you move back.
do I
there.
still leave a trail?
Yes,
Like here?
there is a trail here. Sorry, your face is covered by. Wait, let me-
Censored.
Censored.
There you go.
All right. My handsome face is back.
Okay.
Ah.
I will say with that experiment, you do manage to find out that you can move on your own colors. This is something that you guys will all share with each other. You guys can move with through your own colors through the trail that you make, but any other colors you seem to be unable to, even touch them. Something repels you.
Okay. I think Jean-Claude would look at where Talvio is and then look back at Larry and say, Larry, I think we've cut you off from your orb. There doesn't seem to be another space you can go to get to yours.
Well, your orb is still here. You saw where I was, right? It's just one step back and then to my left. Can you try getting to it?
Are you gonna try moving another step?
I think I've moved enough. How about you try?
Okay. Forward, left then. Wave hi to Talvio on the way past.
Okay.
Wait, I've managed to trap both Talvio and Sorry.
Okay. So this is like. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Because that means after this experimentation, you don't need to roll me any intelligence check. I'll just give it to you guys. So please remember it. Based on the information that you guys give each other, you think the best that you can always use a turn to move as many tiles as you can. I'll give this because you've already discovered like the secret of this padding maze. Next turn you can use your turn to move as many tiles back. So for example, Jean-Claire, if you want to move, all the way here, that's something you can do next turn.
All the way
And,
where?
for example, you're here,
back to
right?
start.
Yeah, you can, as long as it's in your tile, right? And then I'll just like clear all the rest of the tile as you move back.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
that's something. Yeah, this is something you can do next turn. Also, you think like that the best path is I'll start with Cindy. I'll give you 6. You feel like the best path is actually this one. Wait, shoot, sorry. It's actually where you are right now, Cindy. You feel this is your best path. Talvio, you actually are on the best path as well. You think? This is a good path. So, Cindy and Talvio, you guys are on like the right direction. For Ilari, you think what you need to do so that you don't cut off anyone.
It's like move here or
Yeah,
something,
you move
right?
here. Yeah, you can move that, but you might cut off someone. But if
Oh
you
yeah,
move
Sydney's
all,
up there.
yeah, you move all the way back from the first tile. I don't know if you can see my arrow. You could
Yeah, I
try
can see.
going left.
Okay.
You could try going left. You can start from here and try seeing where you could go. And you guys can always like put markers as well if you want on the tiles if that will help you. And if you want, I can also give you like the puzzle basically on the
Should
session
be
chat as
okay.
well, just in case. But it's
Once
not. But yeah, it's not complete though.
I think once one or two of us have their pass set out,
Yeah.
the remaining people will find it easier to wiggle around them.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
as for Jean Claire, your best hat would be I hope you can see my arrows. Somewhere around here actually. 1, 2.
Yeah.
Yeah. You have to go here. Around this side.
Mhm.
So you believe that should be your best path. Is anything unclear? If not, we will go back to Cindy's turn. Sorry, Talvio's turn. On your turn, you are free to do nothing. You are free to go all the way back to as many tiles as you can. And that will take let me just type it. So going just so like it doesn't waste too much time. Going back, clear the tiles, plus going my computer is going slow. Going back means clearing the tiles, and you can also move 2 more space. 2 spaces. I shouldn't make this clear. Wait, sorry. On your turn. Ah, my computer! It's going slow. I'm typing. Okay, so you can go back to clear the tiles. You know what? I'm trying to type, but my
It's okay. I think we
kind of get it, right?
we can go back, we can go
Yeah.
forward. Yeah.
Sorry, I'm trying to
yeah,
on
type,
our turn.
but you can see my struggle as I type because my computer is pretty slow.
Oh no. Yeah, I think we got the gist of it. So
Yeah.
maybe as you type, we start doing it.
Yeah,
Also.
you can do that.
Mhm.
Okay.
I
There you
don't
go.
think Talvio can do much until Jean Claire retreat.
Okay,
Yeah. I think Talvio, she's not blocking anyone, right? Like, she can just stay there.
you can stay there. That's one of the things you can do.
Okay, awesome. I'm just gonna stay there.
Okay. Next up is gonna be Cindy.
Yeah. I'm just gonna move to here. Just gonna move here.
Okay, those are 2 tiles. I'm sorry. And next up is gonna be Ilari.
Okay. So we only can move 2 tiles at one time, is it?
You can move 2 tiles. If you want to clear your tiles and go back, you can clear as many tiles as you want.
Okay. Yeah, I think Larry's just gonna reset the path
Okay,
like all the way. Yeah.
got it.
Censored again.
Censored.
One
Okay.
dead.
Okay, where are you next? You can move 2 spaces.
Oh, I can move 2 spaces
Yeah, you can-
after
yeah.
clearing.
Yeah, you can move 2 spaces after
Okay.
clearing, just so we don't waste time.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, there
Wait,
you go.
2 spaces.
Okay, next up is gonna be Jean Claire.
Okay, so I definitely have to go back so I don't cut off two people at once. But can I just see what happens if I do touch like the
Of course.
orb
Yeah.
in front of?
Okay.
Like, does anything
Oh,
happen?
censored. Okay, so when you do
Censored.
try to touch it, you feel like whatever is coding you that you didn't notice at the start, it seems to be slowing. It kind of like slowing away. How do you pronounce that? Slow. It's kind of like being sucked into this orb, but then it stops, as if something is incomplete. But you feel like you're in the right track. You need to be in this place.
Okay, just gotta find another way back. So let's head back here.
Okay, got it. Okay, and please move your token. You can move 2 spaces.
Let me see. I'm just trying to figure out like where.
Let's put this here so I don't copy paste it again.
Okay, guys. I don't see where I can go at the moment. Because if Talvio comes up to 2 steps and then 2 left, and then Ilari comes down in black, Ilari's gonna cut off my path to mine.
Yeah. Okay, should we
But
just
if you
first-
wind across around mine, then Talvio's gonna cut you off. So trying to figure that out.
should we just maybe like discuss this a bit out of character? But it's okay using the
Yeah,
arrow.
Yeah, just be out of character. Like you can do and if you need after this turn, after John Claire's turn, I can make you do like intelligence check again and give you like more of hits.
Okay, if I map out this way, I'm gonna cut you off.
Yeah.
Right?
But if you go round this way, then
wait, can I
Talvio's gonna.
move? Can I move diagonally? No, right?
No, you cannot move diagonally.
Like this.
Talvio needs to go that way though. Can you go around like that?
Like this. Wait, then I'm gonna cut you off again.
Or if you go straight from here, and then down, and I can sort of go around like that, maybe. That one.
Wait, I'm still gonna cut Talvio off.
What if you go up from here and then like that?
Oh, like this? Oh, but
Yeah.
Hmm.
If you go right here,
This way.
squinting.
Dude, there's so much walking. But yeah, but then
And then Tavio can go up here, and I can go this way.
oh yeah, I think that works. Like this.
Okay, so yeah,
Dude, I'm just going around the whole
it's okay. Larry walks a lot anyway. This is like a regular cardio day.
Yeah, okay, I'm just gonna leave my arrow here so you can chart your path. Then I'll just move when it's my turn.
Okay. I can move 2 spaces, right? I'm just gonna go
Yes.
straight up.
Okay.
Up,
Up.
1, 2.
2. Okay. All right. This round, I can give you an intelligence check if you want. It's up to you guys. if you need that help. But if not, you can confidently proceed to the next round.
I think Ilari's figured it out. I think we're good.
Got it. Okay, next up is Talveo. So if you can move your token, Cal.
Awesome. Okay, so since we know the route, Tavio. Tavio doesn't know the route, but she'll try not to block anyone. Anyways, she'll go up and then to the side.
Okay. Nice. Like that, right? Okay, next up is gonna be Cindy.
I love how simple the path is for Cindy. It just suits her so well.
Denise versus Ilari's sort of convoluted.
Basically, like, even if she didn't even know her path, she would go that way anyway, because, like, she would walk, and then she would see the orb, and she'd be like, oh, that's a shiny thing, and she's just gonna go straight for it.
Alright, next up is gonna be Ilari.
Yeah, Ilari is here like, excuse me, excuse me, excuse me. Okay, 2. So it's like here. Hello, Cindy again.
Seeing you guys. Like ships in the night. Next up is John Clare.
Um, 1, 2. All right, we're next to each other again. Hey.
Hello, Hilary again. No, wait, that's my name. Hello, Don Claire.
Ilari has been walking too much. Okay, so that ends like this round.
much walk.
This time, you guys can move 4 squares. So, Talvio again.
Sorry, there's so many tabs open.
It's okay. I understand me as well.
Okay, so Telvio, whoop, and then whoop. Oh wait, do I go on it?
Yes, you go on
Yeah.
it.
Okay, cool beans.
Okay. And just let's go to Cindy next then. There you go.
Cindy is censored.
Okay, Cindy is censored now. Oh. There you go. Okay, next up is gonna be Ilari for squares.
Okay. I simply keep walking. 1, 2, 3, 4. They stop here? Oh yeah.
Yep. Nice. Okay, next up is gonna be Jean Claire.
I think at this point we'll all reach our goals way before Ilari, and we'll just have to wait for
I think
Ilari to
so.
get there.
I am still walking.
Still walking.
Hey, even with 4 squares movement, it'll take another 3
I know.
turns for
I'll
Ilari.
just say Ilari gets there just so we don't waste any more time.
Tapping our feet.
Like this, right?
Ilari, walk faster. Yeah.
I'm going. I have to
Like-
walk twice the distance of you or everyone. Okay,
Like
come
this,
on.
right? Okay, Ilari, have your token.
I'll go censor myself.
Yeah, go be censored now. Okay, I'm just gonna go do this because
Yes, we get a pretty pattern.
yeah, I get a pattern with the flames as well. Sorry.
Oh,
in the
the
flame.
flames are red. Okay.
We look in the flames and see Dunya's at.
No. You see.
Yeah, it's interesting how Dunyazad didn't show up in this strange liminal painting space either.
I know. Do you think she was gatekept?
Maybe. I did hear her voice. She said something about Elizaveta.
Wait.
But she didn't respond.
Let me.
Yeah.
No, because Ilari is censored, so I'm just like. My God, there you go. Okay, if anyone wants to take a screenshot, look
I
at all-
guess.
Yeah, let's screenshot.
Should I have you guys go to the back so that they see your colors? I don't know. I think this is fine.
It's alright.
It's fine. Okay. So you guys managed to get somehow pulling your smarts together. You managed to figure out that there is a certain path you guys would have to take to get to a certain place. And when you do connect to it, something that is emanating from your body, a sort of wisp, a sort of magical energy that's sort of leaking from you. And when you do get to your destination, you do feel some sort of exhaustion, some sort of magical exhaustion. And all of you guys take just 2 points of psychic damage, everyone, just from the strain of it. And you do feel as if whatever magical reserves that you have is getting replenished. And as this is happening, you notice that this wisp, they're turning into something more solid, and they start to coat you and to envelope you again. And they start to become this sort of liquid that is in that sort of color that was leaking from you, emanating from you. And as that happens, it's sort of like twist around you, and before you can do anything, you start to feel as you are being pushed out of reality once more. Everyone, can you all make me a wisdom saving throw, please? Sorry, charisma.
go
Sorry,
again.
charisma. Sorry, charisma.
Oh,
Hmm.
9, 4. "23 charisma. Nice. Okay, so this is what happens. All of you guys feel that you are being transported into something that is a pocket sort of realm. All of your spellcasters, you have some knowledge of what they say is the ethereal realm, and even if it's not, technical knowledge, you kind of just have like a feel for it, a natural feel for it, especially for your level. And you feel that this has something to do with this sort of living flesh that is starting to try to take a magical energy from you guys. John Clary. As this is happening, you find yourselves being drifted off to another place. Another place that is, again, not the dacha. And for all of you, this is what's going to happen. John Clare, everyone don't look at Roll20.
oh, okay.
Except
Oh.
John Clare. Except John Clare. Except John Clare. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
Except John
Tap
Clare.
back.
Everyone close your eyes. Don't look at Roll20.
Okay.
Okay, except Jean Claire.
Oh, damn.
Jean Claire, you have like a sense of like presence of mind to kind of see something like unfurling before you. Some sort of landscape. And you feel as you can kind of direct your body to where you are able to land. So there are numbers here. And let me know where you wish Jean Claire will land.
Ah, okay, okay. Gosh. I think number 3.
Number 3? Okay, got it. So I'll just go and have Jean Claire land there. Okay. Everyone still don't look at Roll20, please. Or actually, you can wait. Wait. Refresh. You can look at Roll20 now. Okay.
Like everyone or
Everyone
one
can look at
person?
roll. Yeah, everyone can look at Roll20 now. I'll start with 23. Cindy. Cindy. What number do you like, Cindy? Or
Hold on.
should I say Dan? 1, 2, 1 or 2?
I'll go 2.
2? Okay. Okay. Next up is gonna be who has the next number? Ilari 9. Okay. The landing is basically decided at this point. Cause the one with the lowest will land in a specific spot.
Oh no, not Talvio again in the front line.
Oh no.
Okay, I'm gonna go and direct you over to the map, which you can see.
Oh, rainbow.
Okay.
The waterfall.
Okay. So you guys managed to land on some sort of environment that again seems to be out of this world. And still there is some sort of mist. Some sort of like not it's not a mist anymore. It's something that is becoming more and more solid as you look at it. You see it peeling off your skin, starting to take on your silhouette. And you see some sort of duplicate of yourself staring at you.
Oh, 2 of us.
I'll just go and kind of like mark them so you guys know which ones are which. So this happens for everyone except for Talvio. So Talvio, what's happening is that when you do land, you land into the waterfall, and we're gonna resolve this in a moment because you see that in the middle there is some sort of vibration, and you see that there seems to be a person inside this prism, this maelstrom of colors, and there's some sort of buzzing sound that just intensifies. There seems to be some sort of brightness spewing out, but it's not the time to worry about what's happening here because there are other matters. Because it seems that whatever split off from you seems to be hostile. And everyone roll me initiative, and then we'll return after what time is it? After 10 minutes.
Okay.
Roll initiative first.
It kind of worries me Talvio doesn't have a duplicate. What's going
I
on?
know.
Stop this first. Hello? Oh my god, my computer. Because I have so many tabs open.
Back.
Hello, I'm back. Welcome back. I think I'll have to stop recording because my computer is so slow. I honestly can't open my.
It's okay. I'm still doing OBS as well in case we
Okay,
need the
thank
backup.
you. Yeah. I can't even stop the recording because
Oh God.
I'm getting like a black screen. Okay, let me stop streaming. Sorry guys. Wait. Stop streaming.